Now, I'm a bit of a compound man myself, and I tend to do a lot of compound exercises when I'm training. I prefer those because you get to incorporate a lot more muscle fibers when you're doing compound movements. So it's a better use of your time in the gym. However, that doesn't mean I have a problem with isolation exercises. And in fact, one of my favorite isolation exercises is the next one I'm going to show you, which is lateral raises. I really like lateral raises mainly because they target the medial deltoid, which is the sort of middle of your shoulder, and it's a fairly difficult muscle to target. When we're doing these sort of pressing movements, they tend to be very anterior deltoid dominant, so we don't get to target the medials as well. So this is a great one for hitting those. I think I also like them because I once read years ago that Christopher Reeve, when he was training for Superman, I think his PT was getting him doing lots of lat raises to make him look more like a superhero in his costume. So I think even now, years later, at 39, I feel like a superhero in training when I'm doing them. So before we start, we want to make sure that we safely pick these dumbbells off the floor. So any exercise where you're getting down, having to pick dumbbells off the floor, we need to think about that. So flex the hips, flex the knees, maintain an upright torso, grab the dumbbells, stand up. So safe lifting all the time. Okay, so if you just watch me. So what I'm doing is just lifting the dumbbells out to the side, bringing them up to shoulder height, and then doing a little bit of internal rotation on the end. Now, you don't have to do the internal rotation. The reason I do it is because one of the functions of the medial deltoid is internal rotation. So arm abduction is the other, which is that bit. But when we do that little bit of internal rotation, we just engage the medial deltoids that little bit more. So that's why I do that. Now, you're also adding in a little bit of an isometric pause as well, I guess, because you pause at the top and then do the internal rotation. So it's just a bit more tension on the muscle. So that's the lateral raise, hitting the medial deltoid.